just
Y'all just remember your spot.
yeah, you can bring it up and you can adjust it to where. There you go. All right. Cool, man.
Okay. Let's do it, man.
All right, ready, guys?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Now, is your camera ready?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Here we go. Stand by, and when you're ready.
Welcome back to Kbey 103.9 FM Homegrown Hour, brought to you by Lakeside Pond with your host, Highsmith. Today I have the unique pleasure of introducing none other than my son, Highsmith. Welcome to the show.
Well, welcome to the show, man. I'm glad to be here and thankful for the audience who tunes in every Sunday night to listen. You know, I'm a fan. I listen to every one, or I try to, you know, so.
Okay, well, welcome to the show. And sitting in today, as usual, we have Bill Highsmith
Hello, folks.
and Joseph Nix.
What's up, Hill Country?
So, everybody's always wondered about the I guess the Highsmith way towards music. So, I'll ask you as your father, although I know, but Radioland doesn't. Nick, where did your journey begin?
Well, my journey, I could start in many different ways of it, because we're a musical family for one, and it's been part of my life since I was, knee high. He was playing guitar with me, Bill was, as a young kid. But one thing I want to be specific about is being between 6 and 7, 8 years old, and when you would get off work or probably football practice or something, and you take all 3 of your kids, most likely me and Mel, my brother, but and we drive all the way to Granite Shoals from San Antonio to go to Kbey Rodriguez's jam room back in his house,
At the old original jam
It was a amazing experience as a kid, I knew all about it. I idolized the drums, I could play the drums, but I don't play drums in a band now,
Well, we've done a couple of practices with you, and no doubt Nick Highsmith can play the drums. But okay, so, you remember back in the day, you were over there at Kbey Rodriguez's, and by the way, that was the drummer of their image. His old jam room back there. Watch this all. So that inspired you, is what you're saying, to be where you are, head towards today, these days.
Oh, big time. It took, of course, several years from 6 to probably 16, 10 years to when I really wanted to pick something up. Always wanted to, but it took, people telling me, and just, you can't just be here, you got to learn how to do it and play, and that's what I did. I got tired of not being able to do it.
You got tired of seeing your brother and your dad,
Yeah,
and myself
y'all
jamming
all
out,
jam.
and kind of felt left out, and then out of nowhere.
Mel got in it before me.
Right.
Playing drums, it was kind of a battle between me and him in the beginning. It was either I played the drums or he plays the bass, or he played the drums, I played the bass, and it ended up working out to where he became the drummer, of course. He's the older brother.
Yeah, but now y'all both play drums and bass.
Oh yeah, we're a solid duo, that's for sure. When it comes
We
to
are
that.
definitely blessed, Nicholas, to have the gift that was given by God to us. I can promise you that way. So, you went through the areas 6 to 7, and let's fast forward those years just a little bit, because I remember back in back in the Mirror Image days, we have a distinct picture up there that shows you with your hands on the stage holding on. You can only see his eyes up there looking at the vibe in Austin.
Yeah.
That was an amazing experience for a kid. I'm thankful y'all would just bring y'all's kids. We're in the bar, and I remember we were, decent, I guess, but running around the bar, but it was cool. Getting up on stage like, starstruck.
Yeah,
Really at a young age, and it was my family.
Luckily at that particular show, it was a battle of the bands. So we had about 100 of our family members there to watch us run around. Okay. So I remember a time when you were somewhere around 14 years old. I know you were already playing around on the different musical instruments at that time that we were all playing. But I remember one particular time I was going to practice, you wanted to go.
Correct, yeah.
And at that time, we were all following becoming musicians. Myself after sports, and
Of course, I just liked being in part of it, even though I could flick around, but I wasn't serious.
And I can remember he said, you know, Dad, I want to go to your band practice. And I was like, no, I don't want this for you. So I took the next excuse, and I said, plus you don't play an instrument.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3 weeks later, he was in that jam room on a bass guitar. And it was my bass guitar, no doubt. He's like, give me that.
And shortly after, randomly at the jam room, I got good parents and they're always good to people in need. And that's when you show up to the jam room one day and there's a dude sitting on a couch, you know, Mike Kbey. And that's when I got my first experience of real one-on-one learning with somebody. And Mike was phenomenal, you know.
Yeah, you
Michael
like
Cooley.
very
Yeah,
good.
and
Very
that's
good.
who I started in a band with, and I was basically thrown into being a bass player within months of
So what was the
actually
first,
picking it up. And,
first song that you learned with Mike Cooley?
it's Fade to Black. I just did the intro to Fade to Black. Yeah, and he did the solo to it. You know, so I'm a big Metallica fan, especially at the age of 17. Shortly after I got a tattoo on my arm with Metallica. We're all 18 now.
Yeah, well, that's where you're at now. So no doubt. So, you know, I remember at one time, you, Little Mel, and Bill were playing with Colt Buckley.
Yeah, that's right. Colt and I, when we went in to record Cry, we used Nick and Mel Jr.
My first ever experience in the studio was crazy.
Yeah, and we used them as the back musicians on the recording, and then the recording is still playing worldwide
It was
right
played
now.
on Kbey. That's the first time I heard it. I was
Yeah,
like,
played live on Kbey too.
And, I also got to play at the, or I did, I got to play at the Broken Spoke with y'all, and that was cool. I had,
Was that before or after that y'all were in the studio?
that was after.
It was about how much long after?
Oh, shoot, 2 weeks on that, right?
Yeah.
About 2 weeks to a month. Because I did a couple practices with them in gigs, I'm pretty sure, and then did that with them. And yeah, I had my 2 seconds of FaceTime on television. It was cool.
So you were in the studio before you played live?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a different.
Yeah, Nick has a very unique story, and one that, you know, where some of us worked very, very hard to get the music. He had an entire family that's in it. And so he was literally thrust to the front of us. And,
Yeah, too small for football. Yeah, might as well. Played youth football
I
throughout
know
my
the feeling,
childhood.
buddy, I know the feeling.
Mel, my dad, coached me, you know, our team.
you were an outstanding little running back, I'll tell you that, you know. Because you threw, that was 47 and 13 years.
Oh, we're pretty bad. Started off 1-7, next season went 8-0.
It was amazing. So you went over to the Broken Spoke with Colt Buckaloo, so was that just, you know, like a one-off with them? You know, were on a CD, played a couple of gigs, ended up with the Broken Spoke on television.
I probably would have went a little farther with them, but one day at the jam room, they decided to bring a beautiful woman there to inspire me to play with them. And that beautiful woman ended up being my wife, Cheyenne Highsmith. And we got serious real quick. And now we're married. I have a almost turning 40-year-old, you know. So I really didn't pursue it after that Piper Highsmith. But,
Yeah, if you ever need a chance to meet Piper Highsmith.
oh God, she's so full of personality. It's just, her mom never stops talking. And
Yeah, I call her Little Shirley Temple.
She's my son's girlfriend, his first girlfriend.
Well, they are cute together, but don't go that far.
So,
yeah.
absolutely, Nick. So, what's the, you know, I know you brought a couple of songs that no one's ever heard, which is an amazing thing. Most artists that get in here on the show, there are songs that have been played out already, on the radio already. Or like, you know, having John R. Martinez our first episode on Real Hour. I have no doubt.
I'm very grateful. Sorry to cut you off.
No,
I'm
no.
very grateful.
Man, I'm
It's
very
kind of my
blessed
stepping
myself.
stone to eventually come out for everybody on the show and play for y'all, you know.
Yeah, so what would be that first original single? And by the way, this is Gave You Music on Kbey from Nick Highsmith. What would be the name of the first song you played next?
The name of the first song I do is called Sugar.
Sure.
It really doesn't tell you what it's all about, but once I start singing it, you figure it out real quick.
Absolutely. So here we are. We have Nick Highsmith with the debut original, Sugar.
No second chance, my romance with you would only struggle on and play our separate ways. Oh, why can't I let this be? Good Lord, you know she sees why she never poured that sugar on me. But in your mind, I was at fault. You can twist my words, bend them till they're untrue. But baby, they were true to me. No second chance, my romance with you would only struggle on and play our separate ways. Oh, why can't I let this be? Good Lord, you know she sees why she never poured that sugar on me. Oh, crazy how I see that you're so happy.
Wow.
Yeah, Nick, that was a fabulous song. I remember the day you showed me the song you wrote down in the parking lot, and I read the lyrics, and I was like,
Y'all
oh my God,
gave me
Nick.
confidence when I started writing, you know, and listening to music nowadays really gave me confidence on writing lyrics.
I knew right then, I was like, this guy's a writer. You don't even really realize it yet, but yeah, you're starting to make for
I
sure.
wanted a song that was kind of catchy, and so I thought of Pour That Sugar on Me, Def Leppard, of course. And
Yeah,
I wanted the opposite. She never poured that sugar on me.
you pulled it off.
Was that the inspiration behind the song?
Yeah.
We captioned through the lyrics what it's about. But when you were just, you know, hitting the lyrics on it,
Oh yes,
what
sir.
was
And
actually running through your mind on it?
well, honestly, it's through the perspective of a man that obviously sees his former lover making someone so happy and their beautiful life together. And that's basically what I was thinking when I came up with that. And then I wrote the lyrics down, and then one day I was messing around and started doing this, and I went to my phone and believe it or not, those lyrics fit that, and then this it slowly has been morphed into a song in the last 2 or 3 months.
Fitting that expression from the outside looking in. Step
Right.
in.
I really like writing like that, you know.
Absolutely, that's such a beautiful song. Everybody in the room today, I believe, feels lucky a little bit on the inside that they got to hear it for the very first time in public. So absolutely, today in the studio, Dick, I have a gentleman, Seth Zardelos,
How's it going, Seth?
from the Hideaway at the Uptown Theater. Seth, you can come on up here. Gonna step out, let him know that. So we're gonna take a couple of minutes here and talk about a historic venue here in town. Has a little bit of a name-changing twist to it, called the Hideaway at the old Uptown Theater. So, Seth, tell us a little bit about the plans that you have for this venue.
Well, the plans that I have are related towards everybody's plans. You know, I had this venue one time before, and I saw firsthand what it needed, and unfortunately, at the first time around, it was a real struggle, and what it was trying to figure out the demographics. That's the main key, finding the demographics, and then also finding the key times to be able to book a show, which is a juggle, especially here in Texas, because there's so many bands, good ones. So you gotta make sure you do it at the right time to be able to punch
Yeah,
it
it's
out.
definitely a battle to get the name brand bands coming around.
So the next time around, I was offered through RB, Russell Buster. He's a friend of mine. He always knew that I could take that place and really turn it around. So I thought this time around, I'm gonna make it for everybody. It's not just gonna be mine. And though I'm on the lease, it doesn't make any difference. It belongs to everybody. And so that's what I developed. You know, I started booking bands and bringing in new ideas and different things, and you know, everything started falling out of the sky. And what I mean by that is everything literally was falling into my hands for it to happen. And one of the great experiences that I got through the process is re-establishing with some individuals that I've known for years, as well as meeting new ones like Louie here of the Troubadours.
And the Troubadours are a band out of where?
We're Marble Falls, Burnett, Spicewood, local.
Well, what we all call the local community.
We've been at Cootie's forever.
And so, you know, developing that very idea, you know, he came in and he talked with me and had some really great ideas. And, you know, yes, I got to support the building and structure, but no, I'm not for taking everybody's money. You know, I'm here to try to develop something that will bring him in and get it going and established. Though what he has to offer definitely can bring in something that will make this happen. But at the same time, you know, I'm not here to just, I'm here for y'all. You know, this, when you walk in there, man, there's no ego. You're gonna come into a place, an establishment that's gonna be developed for us, no one else.
So you're basically practicing what you preach. You're a musician.
Yes, I am.
So it's a musician for musicians.
Yes.
You know, we just don't have we're building upon it with the Greater Marble Falls Live Music Society, but I wish I could see more of the community coming together. Because a lot of us musicians, you know, we have our own private life businesses. Yours just happens to be the Highways of town. So, you know, I noticed on the Greatest Marble Falls Live Music Society, you've been doing a lot of posting and sharing, and that's one of the steps that I believe that everybody should follow or be inspired by, you know, practicing what you preach.
Exactly, and we've got a great response already. It's like the first show I brought in there, I've sold out. I mean, I had more than enough people there. And it just shows you the productivity that can have, and I think that's the first real sold out show that's ever had over there. So that wasn't just me, it was everybody working together as a team, you know, including this gentleman right here.
Absolutely. So what is the next show that's coming up at the Uptown?
The next show will be an introduction to Louie and his events that are going to be coming in here with the Troubadours, and he has some spectacular individuals that are coming in. You mind?
Sonny Throckmorton is going to be with us that night. For people that don't know Sonny Throckmorton, songwriters, he's #1. 1,000 songs has been recorded by the artist. This is Where the Cowboy Rides Away, George Strait. Trying to Love Two Women, Friday Night Blues, Middle Age Crazy, all the way back to George Burns, and I Wish I Was 18 again. Sonny's a friend of mine, and he's going to be with us April 19th. That's a Friday, the Troubadours. which, and the Troubadours, myself, B.B. Morris, Jack Gaskin, Dean Rimmer, Ron Irwin, and Joe Ferlini. And looking forward to having some guests in there. I've got possibly Wade Jennings coming in with me, and some others. That, you know, we're going to try to have a Friday night Opry there, and try to get the locals plus the tourists to come to the Uptown. It's a historical site, and we really want to see this thing survive.
Absolutely. All of us here in our beautiful community of Deer Country want to see it prosper. I'm excited for Seth. You know, I first met him out by our
So am I.
So when I first met him. You know, and I asked him, so with all those tattoos, are you a musician? No, he knows the words. He said, I play bass, and he had me there, because that's it. You know, that's one of the instruments I play. So excellent. You know, Seth, I want to thank you very much for coming in.
You're welcome.
Due to time constraints, I got to get back to my artist, but I look forward to talking to you more.
April 19th, that's Friday, with Sonny Throckmorton and the Troubadours.
Okay, Troubadour with Sonny Throckmorton at the Highway Town Theater.
Thank you much.
Thank you very much, Joey.
Yep.
See you there. Are you there?
Mel, you done?
Yeah, Seth, absolutely.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. I'll
Take
call you
care.
later.
You guys take care.
I need about 10 more minutes, then I'll be ready for you, okay?
All right.
They run a charity organization.
It's awesome.
We can cut all this out, so.
Okay.
No rush, no
Cut.
rush. Let's see.
Cut.
Let's actually forget to delete it, so. No cuts. All right,
There you go.
pick up whenever you're ready.
We are back. Nick Highsmith on the home road. So Nick, you know, we heard your first song, and it was outstanding. That was Sugar. Once again, a debut original here on Kbey 103.9 FM. What band are you currently in? I know you're in the studio cutting an EP. I know that's one of the tracks that's on there. What studio are you currently doing with that at?
At Billy Scott Studios in Kingsland.
Billy Scott Studios in Kingsland?
Very good friend of ours, and I'm kind of his, I mean, he's got it going on. I'm his guinea pig to get things started for him, and we're starting to get there, and it's starting to sound real good.
Yeah,
It
it
all
was
takes-
bugs me on, when you heard that,
Beautiful
he was gonna have a chance to, record your original music, I mean,
Oh, and he
I think
has
it's
a
literally
wonderful
cracked
family
open
as
his
well.
piggy bank and
They're so welcoming.
built his studio, it's amazing what he's
And is
done.
that a nice studio, what? I mean, he's got the proper sound cushions and everything.
I still cannot go into the vocal booth, because when you close the door,
Oh, you
there's
feel
just
like the
too
pressure's
much
on.
silent in there. Oh,
Yeah.
he's definitely building a first-class studio. So when do you think that, you know, if you're looking a couple months down the road, that you might be able to get your EP out?
About 10 months or so.
Excellent, excellent. So no doubt.
Hopefully we can have another one with it, but who knows.
Okay, Nick, what is the current band that you're playing in, and are you the singer in the band, the guitar player?
Well, right now, I mean, we've always had our many family band projects. Now we're in our always family band with Joey Nix, who's part of our family, you know, as a singer, but play bass and backup vocals in our right at the moment, the local rock band around town. You know.
Okay, outstanding. And I don't know if anybody wants to look for Nick or anything with Hardware, though, you can get Hardware Facebook. There's multiple videos of Nick Highsmith playing outstanding bass. So, give us
Yeah, Nick, through that year and a half or so, 2 years, we, long ran of hard ride that we had there, you could see how far you and your brother both came from the beginning of the
I
start.
learned how to and guided band, you know, a lot of our gigs, I was the one
Yeah.
getting the set list and
Yeah.
also telling y'all what songs we were doing.
Yeah, I was learning as we went too, and yeah, and on stage, somebody needs to be,
I'm a firm believer in solid rhythm, you know, and
yeah,
it's
maybe
right
for
for
you
taking
being
trouble
that.
and even when I play acoustic, you know, I'm a solid rhythm. It's a little different singing, you know, but
Yeah, every time we had to substitute you, it was never the same. We couldn't pull the songs off because that bass line really,
the timing just wasn't right.
you know,
I'm finally to a point where it's,
oh, you've come out of your shell a lot.
Well, you know, I'll be
I
honest
meet
with you.
people and meet the show and everybody listens.
Most people that's heard Nick and his brother, who are like a dynamic duo on bass and drums, all of them walking around just sort of shaking their heads, like, where did this young man come from? It's easy. You know, I could be in here 10 years, they go to Falls, Texas.
My whole music life career has been in Falls, Texas. Started in the Jammer, you know.
That's right. Anybody who
Met
knows us, this is where it's been.
Jammed with a lot of talented people, you know.
Who are some of the talented individuals that you played with? You I can name them off here today.
Well, first off, Jay Hitt. I don't know if people may know him, but he knows a lot of songs. He's a music library.
You played with the local band Stimulators.
Oh yeah, and that's a dude who can give you confidence just because you know he'd snatch the guitar out of your hand and show you how to play it right.
Excellent guitarist.
He's a living archive of music. And he currently plays with one put in, if I'm correct.
Yes, sir. Rick Cummins and Tommy Holly.
And did you
We never played enough there, I thought.
I'd love to go there this year. We always try and do it every year, but
Right,
you know,
yeah.
it
It's
falls through, or you know. But they always welcome us when we're there, and we usually have the last spot on Fridays, or at least the one before it. You know.
Yeah, it's worked out a few times. A few times it hadn't, but however.
No doubt, no doubt. You know, I'll attest those people, us were definitely flooded. For that song where you're talking about that crowd that was all out there dancing, we got hit with copyright on it.
Oh, really?
We posted it up, we did not list it by Kid Rock, being my permission, and so, yeah, it was taken down.
Interesting.
Great video though. We played for oceans of people at Johnson City Pig Roast, and well, it was a little pretty cool. It was taken down by Facebook copyright. So Nick, what is the
That's true too. That stuff happens, man. I was posting a video one time of Hard Rights Dishwalla, and all the other ones I was posting, and I was naming the song Hard Rights for this, you know, through our originals. Well, I did Hard Rights Dishwalla, you know, not thinking of where I'm not trying to take the song from, you know, but it took a while for it to download, and then it came up, you know, Hard Rights version of Dishwalla, and then the lead singer Dishwalla liked it because of course he was notified that somebody was trying to copyright his song or something, but I didn't mean to, but yeah, Facebook's serious about that stuff.
We are, especially for, you know, that very ritual and covers like we were doing back then. So Nicholas, what is your second song that you want to put out here today for all Kbey listeners? And is it an original song you're replaying?
It's another original. It's called Mountain Man.
Called Mountain Man?
Yes, sir.
So here's another original song, Nick Highsmith, Baby Beware.
Oh, can you see what my eyes smell from a view so bold? Oh, this is my land, all in my time, and it makes me cry when these damn people, they don't get me, but I do know I can take a look down to the countryside, deep down the valley where I try to hide, cut away from all outside. I'm a mountain man, I'm not trying to hide. Well, don't you want a message of what I've said? Well, I don't think that you relate to my being. Just take my hands, you can see these scars from my life's work. Good so far. I can take a look down to the countryside, deep down the valley where I try to hide, and cut away from all outside. I'm a mountain man, I'm not trying to hide. Everybody wants to be just like me, but they don't want to see. Wish they could before they fall. I can take a look down to the countryside, deep down the valley where I try to hide, cut away from all outside. I'm a mountain man, I'm not trying to hide.
All right.
Fan of the rough style fan.
Yeah.
Mountain Man is original.
Starting to make, boys.
Yeah. Yeah,
Allison, so what was your inspiration behind that one, Nick?
shoot, well, the chorus, I can take a look down the countryside. I came up with that when I was like 17, and it's one of those things that just fit, or just stayed with me all these years. And when I got better at writing, I was able to actually write the song that, you know, would follow that, because previously it didn't, you know. And I was through the eyes of a mountain man singing his lands.
So you had it in your little bag of tricks until the right
And then I changed the key to
verse
the
comes
original
around
chords I
that
had,
fits when
and it went boom like that.
Right.
And
So your inspiration, you came up with it back when you were 17.
and I didn't understand it then, you know. I listened to Metallica, you know, and Pantera, and I'm writing a song that's like, but I remembered it and stuck with me.
So maybe you can honestly say you changed, because I've noticed over the years you've changed towards, like the rest of us have, towards the country end of the spectrum. So maybe that day when you're listening to Metallica and Pantera, and you're reading those lyrics in your head, you know, that's just a little birdie tapping you on the shoulder saying, hey, here's destiny and the lies in country music.
Yeah, and you know, in a lot of country music, their lyrics are sad and hurting, you know. Like metal and rock are sad and hurting, but you know, so I guess that's why I was able to write it to country. You know, now it's weird.
You
I
know,
write country.
I feel like that a musician is more well-rounded that likes rock and roll and likes country as well, and doesn't just stick to one specific one, because if you do,
Marvin Gaye is awesome. Me and my wife
Oh, yeah, yeah.
had our first dance at our wedding to, it wasn't Let's Get It On, it was
Marvin Gaye.
it was a Marvin Gaye song for sure. We wanted to do Sexual Healing, but we thought it'd be too...
Well, being such a Metallica fan as you were and into the hard stuff, that's made you the artist that you are today. You know, and even loving on your Merle Haggard and your Waylon Jennings kind of style as well. It's all made you what you're coming to today. You know, so yeah, I don't think hard rock is a bad thing to like at all, as long as you like everything.
I try to like everything.
Yeah,
What
and
do
you
you
do.
do?
That's
All
what makes you
well
well-rounded.
Pandora's awesome.
Yeah, they are.
All rock music, you know, in the end, I don't care what all music, in the end, you know, it's gonna filter down. You still got rock and roll, you got country, change the riff just a little bit, you know. It's many
Those are
of
my
us.
favorite.
Okay, so I'm gonna move this right along with time restraints. Nick, I have somebody in the house today, and, you know, everybody's heard on the show, I always bring up about charities. I have a gentleman in his house, that has a unique story for him and his team to do. And we've all been a part of it a couple of times at the fun shop.
Okay, yeah, interesting.
And I'll do some bits there, 'cause the other guy does.
This mic, there you go. Okay, all right, when you're ready.
Yeah, y'all can actually talk like you do.
It's Chad.
Chad, Chad, what, Chad last name?
Smith. All right, good. Pick up when you're ready.
So just talking to Nick Highsmith about charities, I wanted to introduce him to a gentleman I had the honor of meeting 2 years ago, and one I just met. That would be Ishmael Palacio.
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Chad Smith.
How are you?
Glad to have y'all here. It's the first time I brought anybody in for what we call, I always talk to all of ours to come to the show about charities. It's one of the biggest things we're all time. So, Ishmael, the name of your little group that y'all mustard of it is called Guardian Angels, correct?
Right.
And y'all been going around to different areas, helping people out, providing barbecue and other services.
We try to help out the people that has cancer. We do the benefit, and whatever we get out of the money, it goes to the person. And we try to help out the community. Last weekend, we were cooking out there at the Boys and Girls, hamburgers and hot dogs.
I remember you came into the shop and was telling us which ours we did.
And, we tried to be with everybody, but it's just a matter of time, you know. But we try to help the great
Everybody.
community out here from Mark Falls.
Absolutely, I've seen y'all twice now over at Lakeside Pawn and Jewelry. And I've had the honor of bringing in artists to play music. And the lines of people getting the free food that you're providing, which is still, you know, my heart goes out to y'all. Y'all are doing very great justice for your community by taking care of them. So you have Chad Smith with you today.
How you doing?
So Chad, what's your story or connection towards the Guardian Angels?
Well, I've been associated with Rocket for 4 years now, and he does all the cooking. He asked, you know, we work together at the city of Marble Falls, and I've been fortunate enough to know him, and he does an extraordinary thing that a lot of people don't want to do. He gives up his time on the weekends. He could be doing a lot of other things, and you know, he finds out someone that really needs a help, or is sick, or has an ailment, or you know, whatever they need, he's willing to go out, get benefits, do the benefits. He'll take any kind of donations. He goes and gets the donations. He just does a wonderful job, him and his guys, and they do a lot of food cooking. They go out, and it's open to anybody. Anybody wants to come to it. There's
Pick up a plate of food.
absolutely.
See with my own eyes.
But there's a big difference in that, because he's actually trying to help someone. And even though they get a great plate of food, he's probably one of the best brisket makers I've ever ate.
Absolutely. You know, the Greater Marble Falls Live Music Society, we try to preach one thing, is help thy brother. And Ishmael and the Guardian Angels, they take it to the next step.
They do.
Most of those guys carry little halos over their head when they walk in the store. They, you know, they have a full run of our store because of what they do for their community. So, gentlemen, Ishmael, if somebody wanted to make a donation to the Guardian Angels, how would they do it?
Well, then, you know, get a hold of me. And my number is 830-265-0944. All they need is to call me, and we'll get the donation to help the other people. And so when you say that, I want to say something to this great community, Marble Falls, Burnett, Kingston, Johnson City, anywhere. We travel San Antonio, all over the places to go deliver. You know, what we gotta, to cook, to do the benefit, and the person, it'll stay with the money. We're just gonna put our time and serve a good community.
Yeah, I've seen it with my own eyes a couple of times, you know. I want to thank both Palacio Ishmael and Chad Smith for coming on the show.
We appreciate it.
I just, you know, wanted to bring in the people, you know, for this episode to talk directly to everybody what they do, instead of me just saying, you know, what charities everybody behind. This is one I'm definitely behind, it's the Guardian Angels, calling the community help.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, thank y'all, gentlemen.
Yes, sir. Y'all take care. Thank y'all.
Good one.
See you later.
That's not bad at all.
We're back with Nicholas Highsmith for a whole hour. Nick, I think we're over the time of your show, get taken up by Ishmael Palacio
Oh, I
and Chad
appreciate
Smith
it.
of the Guardian Angels.
Amazing call.
It is amazing, you know, and when you talk about charities, I have watched these gentlemen, it's a whole group of them. You know, when he was talking about, they just did the Boys and Girls Club the other day. He came to the shop the following morning. After they got done doing that, feeding hundreds of children, they had to turn around, start cooking again, because that very next morning, so this food, you know, when you got 300 pounds of meat cooking all night long, and Palacio doesn't get any sleep. So sometimes he's up for 24 and 36 hours because they have the back-to-back charities, so.
In the name of helping people.
You could see the halos over their head, I mean, really, like you said, because they're doing an awesome thing.
They're two five.
Amazing barbecue pit setup too.
Oh, it's absolutely amazing. That's a rolling restaurant is what I think it is. And their food's great. You know, Lakeside Pond has donated from vegetables to meat products for every one of their benefits we've had over our store. We plan to have more. So Nicholas, where do you see yourself in 1 year?
In 1 year?
In 1 year. Your CD's done? You finished up your CD. You did a small tour with Hard Ride. For those who don't know, Hard Ride is currently practicing up right now. So you got those things done. So a year from now, where do you see yourself?
Well, one, as a more mature and confident artist for myself, you know, realizing that I am a product to sell, and that's what I wanted to start 2019 off with. And that's why it's so early in the year, and I've been writing all these songs and trying to really step it up. And so in 2020, hopefully I have more songs and more cover songs I can do to get shows and, you know, and play. Hard Right still going hard strong, you know. I love playing out, it's fun, I enjoy it. It's the scariest thing in the world when you're like crumbling on the inside, but on the outside you make something beautiful happen.
Absolutely, and just the thought of entertaining people and seeing the smile on their faces and their excitement when they're out there hearing good music,
I love it.
dancing or whatnot.
I want to be a part of it. Again, I used to stand off in the corner, you know, no more. It's not happening.
Right, you're coming out of your shell, buddy. Hey, I know where I see you in a year's time. Nick Highsmith, you're going to Hollywood, buddy.
Nicholas Cage Highsmith, actually.
Nicholas Cage Highsmith.
Real Nicholas Cage.
Right.
Hey, we'll put you on American Idol, man, and you're fine-tuning yourself, and so I can see yourself going to Hollywood, and I'm going to be right there beside you.
Nick,
I'll have to pay my own way, but I'll be right there with you.
Let's go, dude.
you
Need good times, you
you
bring.
just told everybody your middle name, so once you let Radio Land and the Kbey listeners, Nicholas Cage, how did you get your name?
Well, Nicholas comes from a show I believe that you used to watch was Nicholas Knight, right, or something like that?
Yeah, for Forever Night.
Forever Knight, and the character's name was Nicholas Knight, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Cage, it's spelled with a K, K-A-G-E, and it's from the back half of Melkage.
Melkage.
Yes, sir.
So it became, with a lot of people, everybody thought he was named after the actor, Nicholas Cage.
People find it interesting when there was a good pickup line from my wife. She didn't believe me until I busted out my ID, which is like, oh, you know.
I heard your stage name.
So that's what it
right.
was.
The real Nicholas Cage.
So how long have you and your wife been married?
Me and Cheyenne?
Yeah.
Well, we got married in September of last year, but we've been together for 5 years now. So I've been married to her. Well, we got together, and then 2 months later we lived together, and we've been married ever since for 5 years.
There you go. You know, on past episodes, I've talked about the support that working musicians do part-time and full-time, of the support structure that they have at home. How can you, you know, tell us about your support structure through your wife, Cheyenne, towards your music?
Oh, she's hard on me. Honestly, it makes me better. You know, she points out my flaws to where, you know, sometimes I don't like it, but it's a
All
good
our wives
thing.
always point out her flaws.
You know,
Welcome to the band.
yeah, it's awesome. You know, she makes me a better person. And a hard worker. I have to go to work every day to do that. And
Well,
she
you know,
allows me to go.
Behind every great man is a woman's foot.
Yeah, I have a permanent imprint in my wife's foot.
I bet
Back
you
in
do.
my mind.
I bet you do.
I've always had a huge support. When I was 17 and we were looking for a new jam room, you know, we had a bunch of equipment, and well, I had a drum set, a PA with a microphone, a speaker for that PA, my Uncle Bill's Marshall, and his Gibson Les Paul, and a radio that I would jam to, and my parents would let me sit in that room and sing and jam to my radio turned all the way up. I mean, they'd come to the door sometimes, but, you know, it was just awesome that they allowed
And
that.
I know they come and say, turn that
Yeah.
down.
down.
Singing the Pearl Jam.
Until I walked in there and he was playing a Van Halen song from Van Halen's first album.
Yeah.
And then I was just kind of blown away by him doing that.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's not forget, we're still telling him to turn it down.
Yeah, I'm a loud bass player.
You're a loud bass player, but you honed your craft because you're very critical of yourself. So many musicians fall to the wayside because they allow the pats on their backs, the words in their ears, and the smiles on people's faces expand their head like a balloon. I'm guilty of it. We all have fell wayside, but I haven't seen you do it yet, so I do tip my hat on you on that.
Yes.
Feet to the ground.
Because I'm such a big critic on myself, because I know I can't, if I know I messed up,
The biggest,
yeah, I'm the biggest critic on myself, and I try to perfect it, the best I can, guys, in the show, the audience out there listening.
Well, that's outstanding. That's outstanding. So outside of being a musician,
Yes, sir.
you're also you're a part-time musician, or trying to be a full-time musician, but you also have a job there.
Oh, yes, I'm an electrician for Arc Electric.
Arc Electric, who's the owner of Arc Electric?
Josh Sierrakowski, he's an amazing boss, he was more than happy to let me come here today and take off work. Gotta make it up Saturday, but, or the day before you're listening now, but.
Well, with all of our bosses, when they give us, let's take time off, we're always gonna pick it up.
Don't miss band practice on Saturday, man.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
So that's outstanding. Did you bring, you got a third song for us today?
I think I do. And it's, I really like this version of the song, and it's not on the radio. I mean, it is, but the version that everybody will recognize is played a lot more Chris Stapleton's version.
So, what artists are you trying to emulate with this version?
Myself, but George Jones.
Absolutely. So here we go.
Tennessee Whiskey.
Tennessee Whiskey. Here we go.
Originally done
Nick
by
Highsmith
Dave Allenco.
doing his cover of Tennessee Whiskey.
Used to spend my nights out in the bar room. Liquor was the only love I've known. But you rescued me from reaching for the bottle, and you kept me from being too far gone. 'Cause you're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy, and I stay stoned on your love all the time. I used to love in the same old places. Found the bottom of the bottles always dry. But you poured your heart out, I couldn't waste it. And with nothing like your love to get me high, 'cause you're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy, and I stay stoned on your love all the time.
up to us in the jam room. I know me and Bill looked at each other and just smiled.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, you know, everyone does Chris Stapleton's version.
And that's
And
what
it's
inspired
almost-
me to do that, because that's the version that hits me the hardest. It's like that, like George Jones, even though he wasn't with Tammy Wynette, because the song came out in 1983 or something.
Right, right.
It's like he was singing like that, you know, because back in the early 70s, they were a power couple, you know. He's always been an alcoholic.
He's-
The way he sang it, it hits me more than the, you know, wow version.
Yeah, I was raised with the original version for sure as well.
It hits me hard.
So that was Nick Highsmith's cover of Tennessee Whiskey. So Nick, where do you, if you had a choice,
Yep.
Family
of who you think, yeah, family portion, where you think that your career is gonna be when you're 20 years old? You know, playing in a successful band, being a single artist.
What did I think I was gonna do at 20?
Okay, yeah, what did you think you were gonna do at 20?
Shoot, I was gonna be in a heavy metal band, touring the States. High tops, yeah.
So that you didn't have any idea of where you'd be at today?
No, I would have told you I'm not doing country. or
I
something.
remember they were, when I was playing, doing all the country gigging and all that, they would literally make fun of me
Yeah.
and laugh at me because of doing country.
Now look at you.
Lo and behold.
Well, we all come around. Everybody comes around.
Everyone
When they
does.
deny it the most, that's because in the back of their head, they're going straight towards it. It's like,
You're definitely what you call a closet country artist.
yeah.
And open that door, step out to this world.
I'd love to meet all these listeners and bring out more music for everybody.
Boy, you know, you're a very good company. Our first episode of Homegrown Hours with John Martinez. Our second episode was with Cole Buckley, Texas Crossing,
Texas
Mississippi
Crossing.
Valentine. Our third episode was with Lovely Baby Browns and David Horner. Outstanding.
Yeah, they are, they're really good.
Every show's been.
Then we had an outstanding gentleman from the stables of Bobby Levine All-Star Entertainment, Justin Crow, the Jason Taylor Band.
Yeah.
Great things are happening for that young man. Very great things, because you opened the door and
Happy
stepped
for
through.
everybody.
He stepped through and he bought into it that this is what I want to do. I want to do country-based music. And then after Justin Crow, we had in Caleb Rojas,
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
phenomenal flamenco guitar player.
I
Phenomenal
love his
musician
emotion
in
on the
general.
show as well.
Yeah, he is.
And then after Caleb Rojas, we had your uncle, Bill Highsmith, in here. And he did a great job.
Oh, I loved it, and he's always wrote beautiful songs.
Outstanding singer-songwriter is Bill Highsmith. And then we were just lucky enough to have, last week, Cy Franklin.
Yeah, I just listened to her. She did real good, man. I was listening to Cy.
she
Yeah,
did.
I love Cy. She's one of the most sexiest singers. I mean, her voice is the sexiest female voice I've heard ever.
Yeah.
And just, I love her to death.
Yeah, me and my wife had went out after the show. We went out to watch her band play on last Friday night. It was outstanding.
Right,
As soon as the
I know
words
me
came out of
about
her mouth, everybody, even the pool players stopped. Everybody listened to that Pretty Flowers.
Yeah.
And the one about her father. Oh my God. So anyway, so you've been in great company.
Oh, very great
Yeah,
company. I'm very fortunate, but you gotta have someone somewhere,
Yeah, there's a start point for us all. There's a start point for us all. So now you're been playing back again with Art, right? So has that been exciting for you?
This go around for me, I'm very excited, God, I'm so ready, and I wanna be more confident and strong for my peers, because, a band's one of the toughest relationships you could ever want to be in, and, I'm just a lot better at it now. I'm not selfish towards my own feelings and, trying to make things happen better for everybody instead of getting so upset,
Yeah, it's definitely been an outstanding journey.
Everybody tries, man. Everybody's trying.
you coming out of your shell really shows. I mean, it shows a lot in your demeanor, and just especially when we're all jamming together. I mean, it really, you're more of a leader than before, you know, as far as structure goes. And
The 2 years that I've had off, well, I jammed in a band with my buddy Josh Kavanaugh and Jay Hitt and my brother Animal Mel Highsmith, and for a little while. But for the most part, I've had a break for 2 years, and I've just changed a lot and want it back in my life.
Yeah, it's an outstanding thing. So Nicholas, I know you've noticed, your journey the last couple of months, and you hear it at the beginning of the show, we talk about the Rare Marble Falls Live Music Society. I've noticed a lot of your participation. I think you see the value of it and how it can change.
I try and like and share anything that is interesting and can, because even though maybe somebody out of my friends likes music, wants to see it, so boom, I try and share it. You know, this is not everything that everybody else is, but we have different friends, and it goes out and shared it once, it's shared 3 times after that to 6, to